So when I was in high school, my father was diagnosed with Huntington's disease. After the onset kicked in, he ended up losing his job. He ended up losing his driver's license, and he ended up just giving up on himself completely. He started drinking quite heavily to cope with the depression and everything he was going through. He just gave up. He didn't care anymore. When I was 19 years old, he started trying to take his own life on a fairly consistent basis. Went in the garage and he was trying to tie a noose off the rafters of the garage, and then he was crying and he asked me to help him. I certainly had no concept of addiction. I didn't know the first thing about it. It was definitely one of those, why can't you stop? This is your choice. It was one of those situations. I remember back then he told me I'd understand when I was older, and I thought he was full of it, and told him as much, which obviously now I regret, but it is what it is. Yeah, no, I stigmatized him completely, and now looking back on it, it was a lack of education and understanding towards it. I was embarrassed and I was ashamed, and I started using with Percocet and OxyContin, and then it got to the point where people were doing what I was doing to him, what they were doing to me. Get it together. The whole thing with stigma and addiction is that, like, say for instance, I asked you to go down to my car and fix my transmission, and I start yelling or berating you because you don't know how to do it, but I'm telling you it's your choice to be able to know how to do it. I just keep escalating my tone with you, but you don't know. The bottom line is you don't know how to do it. It's the same thing with addiction. If we knew how to stop, there wouldn't be treatment programs altogether. It's not as simple as just stopping. We just don't know how. Stigma ends with me.